So I'm Lucia. I'm a realtor with Blue Water Realty, and I do residential real estate. And I've, been doing that for 2 years now. And I had a photographer that did pictures for me, and I didn't like how the bathroom was shot. And a coworker of mine actually recommended you, and I was like, "Okay, he's a veteran. Let's do it." Like, I think we've done like 8 or 9 listings together now. We've done some marketing stuff, for certain listings and for myself. But pretty much any listing I have, you shoot. So Access Point Media has online booking. So pretty much anytime I need some photos, I go online, I log in, and then I just request the day and time, and I don't have any problem scheduling. Once the photos are shot, it typically takes between 1 or 2 days, and then I get a whole gallery of photos that I can choose from. I typically use all the pictures that are provided, but they're set up really nicely. You have basically like a portal where all of the listings you have and have been shot are in that portal, so you can go back and get any of the media that you need. Every shoot that I've done with Access Point Media, the content has been wonderful. The residential photography, anytime there's something that I don't like, Access Point Media will go out there and fix it, or they'll edit it to my liking. So it's been very quality. Anything I need is received and done. Working with Access Point Media, I get a lot of compliments on my pictures. I do think that it helps boost my listings. A lot of people, like, for example, I was on a listing appointment. I was interviewing with them, and I was amongst other realtors, and so I gave my whole spiel. I did my whole thing, and I was like, oh, and I have a photographer I use Access Point Media, and I told them that there was one listing I hadn't used Access Point Media on, and they're like, oh yeah, we know, we looked at all of them, and they're like, all the other pictures are great, but we could tell which ones Access Point Media didn't shoot. And so I get great feedback from my clients because the photos are quality, and they make it easy for me to market the house how we want it to market. It's very important for me and for my clients that I can present their home in a good light and how we want it to look. So I think using Access Point Media really has done that. And I can go and show prospective clients, like, here's what I can do for you, here's what things will look like, and people are very happy with that product. Well, if I hadn't started working with Access Point Media, I think I'd be paying a lot more for pictures than I probably do, and I'd be not as happy with the product, given that I did give other photographers options and I was not happy with it. So that's why I've stuck with Access Point Media, because I don't think I would be where I'm at as far as listings and as a listing agent without having that in my pocket as well. I have been time and time again very, very satisfied with the work that it's done. And I think the biggest thing with working with someone, like Access Point Media, is that you guys, when you hear my problems, they're fixed. Not every photographer is going to be able to go out there and fix what they need to be fixed or edit something differently, because some photographers, they just take your pictures, they send them to you, and that's it. So I think if you're on the fence working with Access Point Media, you have that communication as well that's like very open, and you can just be honest and say, hey, I need this done. And both photographers are very good about helping you and making it what you want for your listing and your pictures.